There used to be, I don't know if people remember, there was a 60 Minutes, there was a 2020 of children being entrapped in drains and in pools. And John Edwards, who was a senator in North Carolina, ran for vice president, had gotten a $26 million verdict against a company up in North Carolina because a young girl named Valerie Lakey had sat on in a kiddie pool, sat on a drain, and she was totally eviscerated. Okay, just disemboweled. And he got a $26 million verdict because this pump didn't have a cutoff switch. Okay, fast forward a year later, and that's the pump, and that's the drain. And Lorenzo Peterson in North Miami is 14 years old, jumps in a pool, plays with some pennies. They were going down to a unsecured drain, puts his hand in, gets stuck. 6 people jump in, can't pull him out. 2 movers, Mayflower movers jump in. Police officer comes in, cuts a hose, uses it for oxygen, sees Lorenzo, close his eyes and go unconscious. Finally, someone breaks into the pool room and turns off the pump. Lorenzo was irreversibly brain damaged, happened 6 months before Lauren. This case was actually tried 6 months after Lauren's against the same company that John Edwards had a case against. They did not settle, resulted in a $104 million verdict. I then went to 8 different CPSC meetings for the next 4 years saying, you got it wrong. The 3rd DCA said it's a defective pump. You have to put in suction vacuum relief devices. We showed at that trial patents that were 100 years old of cutoff devices. Every CPSC meeting I met with the entire pool industry. You know, screw you, you're wrong, you don't need this. I represented 4 more plaintiffs during that time. I want you to think about something. You're sitting there, I have the entire Peterson file in my office. I know exactly what's wrong. And I'm looking across from a family that lost their daughter, the same thing, same pump. Every case resolved, kept going to CPSC meetings, till this young lady in Alexandria, Virginia Graham Baker, at a 6th grade graduation party. Her grandfather's a guy named Secretary of State James Baker. She died with the same pump in front of 31 people. 5 of them jumped in, tried to pull her off, and she died. So finally, it's someone that people care about. I hate to say that, but that's how things work at times. And the secretary went to Capitol Hill. A guy named George W. Bush was president, who had the very good assistance of the secretary in some battle in the state of Florida back in 2000. Debbie Wasserman Schultz from right here took it from the Democratic side, and we passed the Virginia Graham Baker Act. Since that act was passed, you want to guess how many suction entrapments have happened in the United States? 0. Good. And that has nothing to do with me. That has to do with some amazing families, some luck. But I'll tell you today, the CDC was absolutely gutted. The Injury Prevention Center, which, what do they look after? Drowning injuries, is eliminated. So enforcement of this act now is going to be left to only our local folks. But what does every manufacturer now have? A suction vacuum relief device. So I pray we'll be okay. We're going to stay on top of it. But I believe that's what we can do. There was nobody happier in the world to never handle a suction entrapment again than me. I'd gladly put myself out of business. That's what I think we can do. I can think we can do them with these cases. And it's just a privilege to be in front of all of you. We are in the fight of our lives on a bunch of different fronts. But as long as we stay together and we fight for people like this, we're going to do okay. Thank you all very much.